What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000. We hope you guys will help us get there. Alright, so looks like Mark Hamill still has a little bit of a problem with, or a little bit, I guess you could say, a beef with Rian Johnson, who was the Last Jedi director, over his portrayal of Luke Skywalker. Mark Hamill's he's made it no secret that that Rian Johnson's vision of Luke Skywalker is the furthest vision from Mark Hamill's version or vision of what Luke Skywalker actually is and what his portrayal of it actually was. A symbol of hope, a symbol that has been made a lasting legacy on countless fans for the last 40 years. A character that Mark Hamill is extremely proud to have played and been a part of. And Mark Hamill, it seems like, is taking it personal. That of Rian Johnson completely making that character into a character of despair, a disgruntled human being that lost all hope. This character that refused to give up on his father that had blown up planets and killed thousands of, maybe millions of people over his time as Darth Vader. He still believed that there was hope still in him, that there was still good in him, and he never gave up. And because of that, he was able to basically save the galaxy from Palpatine and Darth Vader, and bring Darth Vader back to the light side. Something that really, at the very beginning of that, looked to be completely and totally impossible. So, you just see over the years, yes, we've seen Vader in the movies, but seeing him throughout the comics, the progression, the evil deeds that Vader did over his time as Vader, or Anakin Skywalker did as Vader, it just shows you just how powerful Luke Skywalker's character actually was. And he was a symbol of hope. And it was his hope alone that made this franchise what it is today. So, I just want to read y'all a little bit of basically Mark Hamill throwing some shade while also, praising the Peyton Reed, who directed the Mandalorian Season 2 finale, and thanking him for allowing him to portray that character in a time where he was still full of that hope that Mark Hamill remembered. Let me just go ahead and read this to y'all. Hamill's comments came after the Mandalorian director Peyton Reed thanked Mark Hamill for working with him. Reed wrote, "Dear Mark Hamill, when I was a kid, this photo hung on the bedroom wall. Star Wars, and Luke Skywalker in particular, meant a great deal to me. Some things never changed," he added. "It was an honor and a dream come true to work with you on The Mandalorian. Thank you." And you see this photo. I'll admit, when I saw this photo and when I read what this guy wrote, I almost kind of teared up a little bit, because that's the Luke Skywalker that I remembered, not the one from The Last Jedi. So I understand his feelings on it completely and totally. Hamill replied on Twitter, where he threw a double dose of shade at Johnson and The Last Jedi when he wrote, "Dear Peyton Reed, I am so grateful to have been given the unexpected opportunity to revisit my character when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism. Your assured direction and kindness was a crucial element in the experience and means more to me than I can say. Thank you." See, this is the part of Mark Hamill that I absolutely love. As a Star Wars fan that has been a Star Wars fan since as far back as I can remember, to be honest with you, I don't remember a time when I didn't love Star Wars. I mean, I remember watching the original trilogy when I was a kid and just thinking how amazing this was. I've seen those movies a million times. I know a lot of people have the same feelings and emotions to those characters as what I did. It broke my heart when I saw how the sequel trilogy just used them for a nostalgia factor, just to kill them off and to basically destroy them as iconic figures. I felt like it was not just a disservice to Star Wars, but it was an insult to the fans that have loved Star Wars for all of these years. So when I see Mark Hamill coming out and, basically being just like every other Star Wars fan out there, and, praising somebody for actually caring about those characters as much as what he does, that makes me feel good inside. That makes me feel like there's hope for Star Wars in the future. As long as there's people out there that are still have the right, I would say Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are two that I think that they do have Star Wars' best interests at heart. As long as those two are in charge of things, I do believe that we have hope that Star Wars will turn this thing around, maybe retcon the sequel trilogy, dispose of it completely, and let's just move on from it. And I think The Mandalorian is the best way to move on from it. Season 2 of The Mandalorian was fabulous. It was just spot on every episode. There was no bad episode of Season 2. I'm looking forward to all these other Star Wars series out there. And I really think that they're going to make Star Wars something that Star Wars fans can be proud of again. If they stay on the path that Kathleen Kennedy has them on, this show will go into the dustbin of history. This iconic series, our franchise, will just completely go into the dustbin of history. People will completely and totally forget it. Fans, these hardcore fans that have been fans for 40 years won't follow it. They just won't. And you won't be able to get enough new fans for this to keep going. And so, right now we're in Retcon 5 where we need to take this very seriously as fans. And, anytime that you've got somebody like Mark Hamill who actually does have a voice, because a lot of times Star Wars fans have been silenced. Their voices have been silenced. Their wants have been silenced by those in Lucasfilm who have called us bigoted and racist and sexist and basically any other thing out there because we didn't like their version of Star Wars. We believe that Star Wars was something beyond identity politics. It was something that was naturally good and naturally something that could bring in all people from all walks of life. That was what makes Star Wars so brilliant and beautiful. That's the one thing that a lot of these people forget, even with, let's say, sports. Sports used to be something that wasn't divisive. Now you've got half the country that don't even want to watch it anymore because we're sick and tired of the politics that's in it. I miss the days when I could watch a show and not be preached to. I don't care if I agree with the message or not anymore. I don't want there to be a message. I want there to be quality entertainment and for something like Star Wars to be Star Wars. Not to give us some social message about the real world. I want it to be in that galaxy far, far away. And for it to, the problems that they face in that, to be the problems that they face in a galaxy far, far away. Not this problems that we face here that are divisive. Star Wars don't need to be divisive. Star Wars needs to be uniting. We need more of this, guys. We need more of this. So anytime that you got somebody like Mark Hamill that's coming out in favor of it and coming out protecting the things that we love, we need to give him all the backing that we can. Because while they'll try to stifle our voices, they won't stifle Mark Hamill's. They won't stifle Jon Favreau's and Dave Filoni and all of their voices. They won't. So as long as we keep telling them, hey, this is the direction that we want them to go, and this is a direction. This is the Star Wars direction, not the identity politics Kathleen Kennedy direction. If they go down the what George Lucas, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, Mark Hamill, and all that envisioned from these characters, we'll get this thing back on track, and we'll actually have a Star Wars that fans of all ages and all creeds, sexuality, race, any of that stuff can be united again for. Enough of this divisive stuff. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Don't even like talking about it anymore. Kathleen Kennedy has, to me, ruined a lot of Star Wars for me. I mean, I'm tired of anything that has to do with politics. I'm tired of anything that has to do with Kathleen Kennedy. I'm glad that Jon Favreau now has more of a say in things. I'm glad Dave Filoni is such a great apprentice to George Lucas. I'm glad that they have Star Wars' best interests at heart. And I feel comfortable knowing that there is people like that are in control of a lot of things that's going on in Lucasfilm right now that that actually are fans of Star Wars. And but overall, guys, let me know what y'all think. I mean, I appreciate what Mark Hamill has to say here. I tell you, it almost brought a tear to my eye, because, you know, you realize that, hey, there's people that really still do care about this franchise. I mean, this franchise, we've seen since the Mandalorian Season 2 season finale episode, we've seen how Star Wars fans react to Mark Hamill's return as Luke Skywalker. We see the beauty of Star Wars again for the first time in really a long, long time. And I am so grateful for Mark Hamill in that way. And I pray that this is the direction, Mark Hamill's direction, the beacon of hope that Luke Skywalker was, is the direction that Lucasfilm decides to go down with Luke Skywalker again. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.